hello. Come on in. Take a seat, get comfy. So, looks like you are my next appointment. Awesome. Well, I'm sure you've already spoken to the receptionist and the nurse, but just let me know once again, are you having any particular problems or concerns with your vision, your eyes, your prescriptions, your glasses, any contacts, anything like that? Anything bothering you, causing you grief? Great, I'll keep that in mind. Now, I wonder if, maybe it's just been a while since your last appointment. I've got your chart up here, so I know kind of where we're at, what we're looking at in terms of any prescriptions like that. But, is there anything that you're hoping for? Maybe, something more zoomed in? I've got a tint. Anything like that specifically that you're hoping to get out of this appointment? Or just your routine checkup? Alright. Well, let's just start with the worst part. I'll look at your eyes first, and then we'll go ahead and do the worst part after that. So, will you do me a favor and just try and, I'm gonna be moving around, so just try to kind of look ahead, keep your eyes still as best you can. You can look, for example, at something on the wall, just pick something to focus on, and just try to keep your eyes still, okay? I'm just going to look. Okay. Right. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna do a more thorough examination after the air puff test, but let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. I find that it helps my patients be a bit less anxious, and that's not looming over them. So if you'll just do me a favor, look right at my nose and try not to blink, okay? We're gonna do your right eye first, and we're just gonna go in with a puff of air. Again, try not to blink. Look at my nose, okay? Ready? Okay. I'm gonna try again. That was great, but let's just do it one more time for good measure, okay? Ready? Look at my nose. Great, okay. Yeah, no, I got enough information on the first one. I just wanted to be sure, okay? Doing your other eye now. Look at my nose. Wonderful. I'm gonna do that again. Look at my nose. Don't blink. Great, so you're all good on that. I'm gonna get a closer look at your eyes here. Alright, I'm gonna use this to look closer. I'll just have you look straight ahead for now, okay? Okay. Don't mind the dripping, it's, perfectly normal. And of course, I have my very handy collection bowl. Okay. Great. Now I'm gonna have you look up, okay? Other eye. Okay, look down. Good. to the left. Okay, I'm going to just test your pupil reactivity, so go ahead and just look right at my nose. And I'm going to do your other eye now. Okay, very good. Good reactive pupils. Does the smoke bother your eyes at all? Okay, good, good. Good sensitive reactivity on the eyes senses. That's always good to note. Now, I have another light test, but let's circle back to that later. I'm just gonna have you point some things out for me. On my charts. Alright, first I would just like you to tell me how many pumpkins can you see here? How many pumpkins? 3. Great. And are they all smiling? Good. And what color are they? And what about the stems? What color are those stems? Great. And then for these stripes, how many colors do you see in these stripes? More than 2? Just 2. Okay. Now, can you tell me what object this is? So it's a pattern of objects. What object is this? Pumpkin. Great. How many colors of pumpkin can you see? Okay, good. What color is this pumpkin? And this one? This one? Good. This one? And this one. Now, are any of these pumpkins reflective? Yes, very good. Very good. Let me tell you as well. Is the surface flat or reflective? Can you see any light reflecting off of this? Very good. Can you see any words or numbers in this? None at all. It's all the same color. You don't see any words, any letters, any numbers here. Great. Maybe a bit colorblind. I didn't see that in your chart, so I'll have to do a little bit more testing on that. And then what is this pattern here? And when you look at this, are you able to focus on it, or is it dizzy, or are you dizzy, excuse me? Is it moving? Any sort of optical illusion happening for you? Okay, I'll have you focus on this point. Focus here. Focus here. Focus here. Focus here. Alright, I'm going to move it closer and focus here. Focus here. Focus here. Focus here. Good, now I'm going to move it further away. Focus here. Focus here. Focus here. Focus here. focus right up here. And focus here. Great, okay. Well, that's good. You're able to pinpoint and focus very well. Alright. I'll have you now count the pumpkins, and yes, this little basket counts as a pumpkin. So how many pumpkins do you see down here? Your other eye, a chance to look at that. Okay, and then do you see anything that's not a pumpkin? Any other objects or animals here? A cat, good, and a bird right there. Great. Do you see anything in this circle here? Okay. No, there's nothing in the circle, so that's a good sign. Alright, we've got some ghosts here. Some of these ghosts are making a happy face, and some of them are making a sad face. I'm going to point to a few of them, and I just want you to tell me if they are making a happy or sad face. What face is this ghost making? And this one? What about this one right here? And this one? This one? This one right up here? And this one right here? What about this one? What face is that ghosty making? Yes, good. It's surprised. Or haunting, maybe. Alright, I'm gonna have you read some words for me. Okay. Start with an easier one. What does this phrase say? Trick or treat. Good. Alright, promising. Alright, this one will be a little bit trickier. Got a few words and phrases here. Let's start with this one. Can you read this one here? Yes, they are backwards. That is not just a you problem. Boo. Let's do this right here. What's this word? Bit of a clear font. Happy, good. And what about let's do both of these words here. So it's a trickier font. Can move it closer. Good. And then what about this phrase here? So we've got two different fonts that we're working with. Can you read that? I can move it a bit closer, sure. Now can you read it? Fabulous, very good, it's a pun. I'm going to move this back a bit and see if you can read this phrase here. So 3 words. Oh my gourd, yes, good. And then this one here, a bit of a less contrast with the background. So can you read this phrase here? Trick or treat. Great, you can read. I'd like to just test that color blindness again. So what about on this one? Can you see any words, phrases, letters, or numbers? No, just all one color? That is interesting. Alright, now on this one's a bit tricky because it's clear. But what pattern is this? What is this pattern here? Good, it's bats. And don't worry too much about that ring there. It's just my office lighting. Nothing wrong with your eyes on that. But I am going to have you focus on my nose? Are you able to focus on my nose? Good, okay. How about now? Can you focus on my nose? And now, can you focus on my nose? And what about now? Can you focus on my nose? Okay, good. Have you focus on some things in the background and try to ignore this ring. So focus on this poster back here. Good. And this poster over here. Focus on these lights up here. And back to this poster. Good, good. So you're able to filter out some distractions. Focus in and out. I'm going to test your vision with a series of lenses and have you compare the two and tell me with which one you can see better. Alright. So you're going to be looking at this image here. And can you see it better? Is it better with 1 or 2? Good. Okay, which is better? 1 or 2? Alright. And now which is better, 1 or 2? Alright. And which is better, 1 or 2? Okay, good. I'm gonna switch eyes here. Give your other eye a shot. Alright, now which one is better, 1 or 2? Okay. Again, which is better, 1 or 2? Alright, which is better, 1 or 2? And last one, which is better, 1 or 2? Okay, alright. And then now I'm going to have you focus on my nose, and I want you to tell me which of we're going to be doing the same thing again. So which lens is easier to focus on and looks better, 1 or 2, alright? So is it easier to focus on my nose with 1 or 2? Okay, again, focus on my nose, which is better, 1 or 2? Okay, one more time, which is better, 1 or 2? Okay, good. And then one more actually, which is better now, 1 or 2? Alright, great. So that is all normal. Nothing to worry about there. I'm gonna do another color and light test. Now this is going to flash, so if you'd be more comfortable doing this one with your eyes closed and just looking for the lights through those eyelids, that'll work as well. Alright, now I want you to look at this and tell me, do you see different colors? Different colors. Do you see different colors? Okay, good. Can you name a few of them? What colors are you seeing? Okay. Let's see your other eye. Are you able to see different colors on this side? And can you name a few? What colors are you seeing? Okay, that was pretty good. I believe what may have occurred is that you are not colorblind. There may be a flaw with the test. Everyone I've given my colorblind test to today has not been able to see anything in those pages, and they can't very well all be colorblind. So since you were able to see different colors, I think that it may have been an issue with that first test. Let's do another tracking test though. I'm just going to ask you to follow this around as best you can with your eyes, even though it's changing colors. Alright, a little bit faster now. And it's going to get a bit further away. Great, and then we focus on it close up. Focus again. Keep focused on it. Stay focused on that light. And all the way back here, can you focus on that? Alright, great. I'll turn that off so it's not blinking at you so much anymore. And then I will have you, let's clear that. I'll have you look into this as well. Okay. And then just keep focused on it. Great. Can you see it better here or here? Which one's more in focus? Can you see it better here or here? And then tell me, is it closer here or here? Which one was closer? Alright, let's do that again. I'll call them 1 and 2. So here's 1 and here's 2. Which one was closer to you? Great. Here's 1 and here's 2. Which one was closer? Right. Here's 1 and here's 2. Which one was closer? Right. Well, there seems to be nothing really to worry about. Your eyes are working great. Not a huge change from the last time that you were in here. But of course, once you get all back up to the front, they will talk you through some frames if you wanted to update those. We'll update your prescription a little bit just to get you all set. And yes, let me know if you have any questions. I'm sure I made a lot of sense and was very thorough, but of course, I'm here to answer your questions. I am your doctor. Alright, and I do hope that, you have a great rest of your day. Try and stay energized. The weather's changing, getting colder and sadder, and, take care of yourself. And when the sun does come out, don't look directly at it. I've done that a few times, just out of joy to see the sun, and of course, not good for our eyes, but yes, thank you for coming by. It's always wonderful to see you, and they will get you all wrapped up at the front desk. Alright, well, I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you next time.